Welcome, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Love and Murder, the weekly true crime podcast discussing relationships gone terribly wrong, where our motto is, you're either someone's last love or their first murder. I'm your host, Kai, and we don't have a co-host today because we are doing a different type of episode. As a reminder, our show discusses true crime cases told in the form of a story with mystery, suspense, and just a little bit of humor sprinkled on top, but never at the expense of the victim. Be sure to subscribe to Love and Murder on whatever platform you're on, as well as give us a 5-star review right now so you don't forget. If you're new here, then listen to the episode first, and then please rate us. Also, welcome! In today's episode, I'm giving you an update on the Maya Millette and Larry Millette case. But first, I want to remind you to head on over to our Patreon. Our last bonus episode was the case of Jennifer Shuett. We have the video of the confession and where she is today. You don't want to miss it. Now, on to the show. Let me give you a recap if you don't remember when we did the case of Maya Millette in episode 50. You can stop listening now and click on the link in the show notes below to listen to the episode first instead of hearing the recap. Maya Millette was born on May 1st, 1981 in the Philippines and moved to Hawaii when she was 13 with her parents. Now, I can't remember when I did episode 50 if I said her name correctly or incorrectly. I think I was going by the Spanish pronunciation of the name. So if I did that, I apologize. Please forgive me. Continuing. Larry Millette was born in 1979 in California. He also moved to Hawaii, and they both went to the same high school where they met. Larry had a history of crime in his young years, but it seemed that he cleaned up his life, got married, and went into the military. He and Maya settled in California and started a family. Over time, they had 3 children, and life went on. There's more to the story, and you can hear that in detail in episode 50, and I'm going to be mentioning episode 50 a lot because I don't want to give too much away in this update. But suffice it to say that one day, Maya asked for a divorce. After that, Larry started freaking out, acting possessive, doing obsessive stuff, like leaving creepy little notes all over the place for her, and going to a witch. You heard me, right? Going to a witch to try and get a love potion or spell or something put on Maya so that she can love him again. There's so much more that he did, and you have to check out episode 50 because everything that he did, you'll understand why I keep referring you back to episode 50. It was crazy, the turn of events in that story. Anyway, on January 7th, 2021, Maya stopped communicating with her family, and the next day her brother went to the house to find out why. She was nowhere to be found, and Larry said he didn't know where she was. Over time, his story changed a bit to she ran away with some other dude or she abandoned her husband and kids. You know, this is according to him. Her family didn't believe him, mainly because of a lot of reasons that you can hear in the original episodes, so they called 911 and reported her missing. The police and a former criminal investigator began investigating, and after 2 weeks, the police obtained a search warrant to look around the house. They found a ton of guns, but no Maya. They also saw that Maya's car had been driven a long way. They obtained video footage from neighbors, which, if you listen to them, are so eerie. I posted the video in our Patreon with episode 50. So if you go over there and you subscribe, you can hear it over there. I'm telling you, they are so creepy. Now, in the summer of July 22nd, 2021, Larry was finally named as a person of interest in the case. On October 18th, murder and assault weapon charges were filed against Larry, and on October 19th, the Chula Vista Police Department SWAT team arrested Larry for the murder of his wife, first-degree charges, and felony possession of an assault weapon. This carries a 25 years to life sentence if convicted. On October 21st, Larry pleaded, you guessed it, not guilty. Even though all of this happened, no one has seen Maya alive since her disappearance, nor has a body ever been found. There's more about like where the children are and stuff if you listen to the original episode. Like I said, episode 50. So initially, the preliminary exam readiness hearing was scheduled for February 28th, 2022. Then it was changed to April 14th, 2022. Then it was delayed to June when his attorney questioned whether or not he was mentally fit to be tried. So now they're trying the insanity thing. So instead of it being an exam readiness hearing, it's going to turn into a competency hearing. All of these delay tactics. On August 4th, forensic doctors were supposed to give the results of their examination, but asked for a couple more days to determine if he is able to understand the criminal proceedings and assist in his criminal defense. They said that there were a lot of documentation involved, so this is why they needed more time. I don't get it, but I mean, I'm not a forensic doctor, I guess. So those few more days that they asked for, a few more days, remember? Just a few more days. Those few more days turned into an August 29th, then a September 26th competency hearing. I'm just wondering what the hell is going on here? Why is the court allowing for all of these delays? I don't get it. I mean, seriously, lawyers can ask for whatever they want, but why is a judge allowing this? I mean, it is a lawyer's job to do whatever their client, to do whatever is best for their client. Y'all know me and lawyers, and like, I want to have a bonus episode on lawyers representing the guilty, which we did, but it's still, the answers that I got still wasn't like what I was looking for. But anyways, lawyers do what's best for their clients for the most part, regardless of whatever. But why is the judge allowing this? This is my question. Anybody could tell me? If you could tell me in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated. They're saying the reason for the competency hearing is because being away from his kids is taking a mental toll on him. Really? What do you think about the kids being away from their mom? And because of what they're being away from their mom, they're now being away from their dad. What do you think that's doing to them? So we're supposed to feel sorry for you, whereas you put allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, I apologize, allegedly, whoever did this, let me put it that way, have put these kids in this situation. You should be thinking more about the kids than about yourself. That should be taking more of a mental toll on you. Like, how are my kids doing? Their mom's missing. I'm nowhere to be found. Like, I'm not around them. Obviously, they know where he is, but I'm not around them. How are the children doing? Not, oh, I'm so away from my children. I don't think I could go through this trial. Oh. And then my thing is, if there was no issues, you didn't do it, whatever, there's no evidence to tie you to doing it. Wouldn't you just want to get to the trial and get it over with to get back to your kids? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm thinking. Again, this is all my opinions. This is not fact. This is my opinions that I'm saying right now. The other thing you have to consider is what it's doing to Maya's family. Can you imagine? Not just the children, but her brothers, her sisters, her mom, everybody, what it's doing to her family. Now, in my research, they still search for Maya during the weekends. They haven't given up. This happened last year. It's been a year and some, and they're still searching for her during the weekends. They get a team together and, they go out every weekend when they're not working and they look for her. And then, like I said, even the kids are in limbo. They have no clue where their mom is. They have no idea what's happening with their father. Like, even if they do understand, okay, dad's in prison for whatever, they don't know what the outcome is going to be of dad in prison. Are they going to get to see their father again? Like, you know what I'm saying? So even their lives are in limbo. However, no one is buying this mental incompetent tactic. From what I saw in my research, everyone is just saying this is just another delay tactic, and they're, pissed off, really. Like, why, like I said, why is this being allowed? That's what I'm wondering. And that's what they're wondering too. Anyway, if the forensic doctors tell the court that he is fit to stand trial, then the case will pick up where it left off. If they say no, then Larry will go to a state hospital to undergo professional help to restore his competency, which, funnily enough, could take either months or years. Mm-hmm. So the hearing is scheduled for 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on September 26th of this year. Love and Murder Podcast will continue to keep you updated on this case. Now for an L&M update, Love and Murder update. With a new co-host, Rick, you can see that we've been making some changes to the podcast. Everything we're doing is to bring you a better show. For the next 3 weeks, our episodes will be shorter and it will just be me reporting as we work behind the scenes. What are we going to be doing, you ask? Well, glad you asked. We're focusing on preparing some new and exciting content for all of you. We hope to make enough episodes so that, we'll never miss a release again, no matter what's going on. Last time it was Shar got sick. And then I got sick and then something happened in between that. And it was just like 3 months of So we're actually getting enough episodes together so that this does not happen again. And y'all can continuously enjoy Love and Murder without the pause. These changes go for our free and paid content. Now, speaking of paid content, head on over to our exclusive community on patreon.com/love and murder to get exclusive bonus content started only at $1 a month. You get commercial-free early release episodes of Love and Murder. Want us to get right to the story with no intro, no commercials, no nothing? Come on over to our Patreon. There are also other options where you get extra content every month. Serial Killer Corner, Love Obsessions, Crazy Crime, getting to know the host, play games with us, and so much more. So come on over. We'd love to have you. Now, if you like this episode, this update, even though it was a mini episode, then head on over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and rate us 5 stars. You can also download Good Pods and rate us there too. You can say whatever you want in the description, but it helps brings us up in the chart so others can find us just like you did. Follow us on social media at facebook.com/relationship crime, Instagram at Love Murder Podcast. Join our Facebook fan group by searching Love and Murder fan page in Google or Facebook, or by simply clicking the link in the show notes below. Find our awesome merch by going to our website, www.murderandlove.com, and clicking on our shop in the menu above. And an easy and free way to help us out is by simply sharing this episode. Share with your mom, share with your brother, share with your sister, share. And as always, we end each episode by reminding you that it's all love and no murder, y'all. Goodbye.